Hi, everybody. Dan Illman taking a look at the DRF Wednesday race of the day. It's at Tampa Bay Downs. It's the finale, race number 9. We're going 1 mile on the turf. Let's take a look at this field of maiden claimers. It's an interesting race because the horses with established form are not the most reliable sorts, and you've got a lot of horses in here with angles trying new things that might be better prices. Now, these horses are not the most reliable sorts as well, so I think this is the perfect kind of race for you to make your own value line and search for overlays. Let price be your guide in race number 9 at Tampa Bay Downs. We'll take a look at the Timeform U.S. pace projector for this race. The 7 Husband-in-Law is expected to be up close to the pace, and I would think this horse should just have to be on ascent. He's shown decent speed in his last few races. His best chance is probably if he can get to the lead and slow this pace down. I would love to be in front with a bunch of these horses, many of them 0 for 20, 0 for 9, 0 for 10, horses that have not proven to be reliable, chasing. Husband-in-Law's speed alone makes him a factor in this race. Taking the field in post position order, we'll begin with the number 1, that is Treasure Run. Treasure Run's one of those angle horses. Now, he's only raced once on the turf at Tampa Bay Downs, completely overmatched in that spot. A maiden special weight at 39-1. In this maiden 16, he's going to fit a lot better. His 2 most recent races also against tougher competition. At Gulfstream Park, 2 starts back, breaking from the far outside post, he rushed up into a fast pace and understandably tired. Last time out, he did not have a good trip at all. Breaking from the rail, he can obtain a good forward position. He's 5-1 on the morning line. That's a little short for me for a horse that's been 49-1, 109-1 in his last 2 races. But this is a good fit from a class perspective. Treasure Run should be close to the pace. Little Guy's the number 2, another angle horse. This angle, blinkers, dirt to turf. This is a horse that's only raced twice previously on turf, and that was way back in 2018, preceding a long layoff. Both of those races were at Gulfstream Park against tougher competition. Perhaps Little Guy will wake up switching to turf. He is a 5-year-old maiden that has only started 9 times and has yet to finish second. His turf runs were not bad. I guess he has some excuses for those races. His turf debut on August the 5th, he was bumped very hard at the start. He pulled into the race while on the outside, and he ended up getting tired and under the whip a long way out. We'll see if Little Guy can improve, stretching out 15-1 on the morning line. Goofy Boy, angle horse, listed as a first-time gelding for this race. 2 prior turf starts, nothing to write home about. 1 race at Monmouth, overmatched against $30,000 maiden claimers in his debut. And then at Tampa Bay Downs, in his only start over this circuit on the grass, it was his first race off of a layoff. Perhaps you can give him that effort, but his best race to date came in an off-the-turf race. That was 2 starts back. The number 4 is Drill Bit. He's one of the horses with experienced form, and you can argue that he's going to move forward in his second start of the form cycle. I thought he did some good things last time out at Tampa Bay Downs on January the 31st, breaking from the far outside post. It took him a while to get going, and he eventually pulled on the outside to get into contention. He was in contention in the stretch. He flattened out. It was his first race in 2 months. I think he'll do a lot better with that race under his girth, and he just seems like a nice fit at this level. 3-1 on the morning line. Remember, though, 10-1 last time out. Maybe he should be worth a little bit more on the tote. Drill Down is the number 5. Drill Down did not break in his most recent race at Tampa Bay Downs. Stalked off the rail, wide going into the first turn, and then he ended up tiring. This is a horse that has had 8 chances already, didn't really do too much that day last time, and he's just going to have to improve from a buyer standpoint. G Friday is going to be the most polarizing horse in the race because just simply off buyer speed figures, he's the horse to beat. He earned a 59 buyer speed figure against tougher competition last time out at Tampa Bay. It was not a visually impressive race at all. He saved ground, he was outpaced on the turn and hard ridden. Once he got to the outside, he was able to finish second behind the favorite. Here's the bad news. He's already had 24 starts to break his maiden with no success. Will start 25 be the charm? Perhaps he's found the right field. He's 2-1 on the morning line. It's light. Maybe he'll drift. Husband-in-Law we talked about. His speed makes him a factor. He is making his 3rd start of the form cycle. Last time out, he tried to make the lead, and he ended up battling on the outside, then pressing the pace in between horses, and then he got tired. He is going to be tighter for this assignment, and if he gets to the lead, he's dangerous. He might be the value play at 4-1. Level 17 is going to try turf for the first time. He is by Revolutionary. This is a young stallion that hasn't had many starters on the turf. This horse is stretching out, and I can see him showing speed. And I think it's actually important that Antonio Gallardo and leading riders is going to take the mount here on this horse. This horse has not shown a lot of form on dirt, but is just catching the right field trying turf for the first first time. Not a ton of turf I see in this pedigree, but maybe level 17 is going to improve, switching to the grass. Sterling Judge completes the field. This is a 20-time maiden that is yet to finish second in his career. He's stretching out. Perhaps he'll show a little bit of speed on the stretch to or two-turn race, but he just doesn't look like the kind of type that's going to take a step forward after 20 starts. Again, let Price be your guide. We take a look at my top picks for this race. Price not on my side on the morning line with G Friday at 2-1. Perhaps every horse has his day, and G Friday is going to have his day on Wednesday. His 25th lifetime start. If he can run back to his figures and stay close to this pace, Timeform US has him third on the pace projector. He's going to be tough. G Friday, my top pick in the Wednesday DRF race of the day. It's the 9th at Tampa Bay. Approximate post time 4:30 Eastern. Good luck.